You are not gonna find a skateboard in this price range with a 12S configuration. Prove me wrong. As you guys can tell, we got the 2S Max in our hands, and I'm gonna unbox it right now before we go ride it and show you what it comes with. All right, this is actually gonna be my first time looking at it. I did already cut all the tape off. Opening it up, you got a piece of styrofoam, and it reveals the board right away. Very nice, clean design of the board, and I'm just noticing right now that this grip tape does have some foam to it, which is very nice over the original WOWGO 2S Pro. That's a nice touch. It looks all black. You got Passion on the Go on this side. You got the clean little WOWGO emblem right here. And you also have an indicator to show you what side of the board is facing forward. All right, and this is how everything looks in the box when you take the skateboard out. And you got half of the charger plug to get the skateboard charged. And then you got a Type-C connector. This is gonna be for your remote control. And then we have, if I can get these things out, they're pretty stuck in here. All right, that took a little longer than expected to get out. It was really in there. These are the honeycomb wheels. These are 105s. These are probably the wheels that I'd probably want to run on my skateboard, and they are going to be 78A. The fronts are a little bit different. Let me try to pull these out for you too. Nice clean design, nice, and they're like a grayish look to them. They're not completely black. Real clean though. I really like the look. We're going to be switching to these sooner or later. But for the first ride, we're gonna be using these 90mm wheels that the skateboard already comes with. Moving over here, we got the OLED remote. It's your standard remote. WOWGO gives the same one for every single one of their skateboards. Entry, beginner, or high-end. Real sleek design, very simple to use, nothing fancy, crazy about it. One little toggle switch to go up and down, and basically just the power button to turn it on and off, and then double tapping it reverses it. Pretty standard, just don't lose it because they're 60 bucks to replace. Coming over here, you have the user manual. It's good if you're a beginner and you kind of want to learn the skateboard a little bit and what to do, especially if you want to set this in miles per hour instead of kilometers per hour. It's good to read that. You got some stickers in here. You guys can give these to your kids, or if you like them, you can put them on your helmet, skateboard, whatever. Come down here, you got the charger. The charger is a 2-amp charger. Very light, compact, real easy to carry around with you. Come over here, you have the skate tool. You're gonna need these to tighten your trucks and your wheels. And it also has some bolts in here, which is very nice. These go to the bottom of the skateboard that holds the covers in for the ESC and the battery pack. So that's actually kind of nice. They give you those just in case you lose some and they vibrate loose. Then you got your standard Allen tool right here. You got a 3mm, 4mm, and a 2.5mm. You're gonna need these if you wanna put these cloud wheels or any other aftermarket wheels that you can find that fits the skateboard. So definitely keep this. And going back to this tool really quick, I would definitely bring this on the first ride, just because if you're going fast and whatnot and you get speed wobble, you can definitely tighten your trucks instead of be stranded out there without having this. So bring this on your first ride and you can tighten your trucks with. Now, after you've seen all that, what I need to do is I need to plug it into the wall, get it charged, and then tomorrow we'll go out, we'll go to our local park, which I always do, and we'll go test out all the modes, 1 through turbo, and then we'll talk about the comfort, flexibility, the wheels, all that kind of fun stuff. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. All right, we are in an open parking lot right before we enter the park. So I'm gonna get riding real quick and then we'll get back to the footage when I get in there. All right, so what I wanna do is run through the modes. So we're gonna go to mode 1 right now, which we're in, and we're gonna see what our top speed is. It's showing 12 to 13 miles per hour in mode number 1. Let's go up to mode number 2 now. We're hitting a top speed of roughly 19 miles per hour. Right now it's 18 because we're slightly going uphill. Let's go into mode 3 now after we get done coming up this. All right, so I'm gonna bump it up to mode number 3. We're not in turbo yet, but this still gives you the power, just not some of the torque, but we should still reach our top speed, I think. This thing's actually pretty fast for what it is. Holy crap. 27 miles per hour is what I read on there, but man, I don't want to really go any faster. I'm so used to being on at least 105s or 120s or some 7-inch wheels. Let's see how it is going over this type of stuff. It's not that smooth. I would not suggest going over this type of stuff. Yeah, it's pretty rough. Definitely, if you're gonna be going over stuff like that, you're gonna wanna at least put the honeycomb wheels on there, which are 105s. That'll definitely help with that type of terrain. This type of road that I'm on is not too bad. It's not the smoothest. I would say it's like an 8 out of 10, but it's still very nice out here. I do feel like the skateboard is a little too loose for me. I know I could tighten up the trucks, which I already did. I tightened up a lot, but I still feel like the back is just ever so slightly very loose. So at about 27 miles per hour, I felt like I just had to, I don't know, just slow down because I didn't want to get any wobble or anything like that. All right, let's put it in turbo mode and let's come up this hill. So turbo mode, we're going. This is a pretty good incline, and we're doing 25 miles per hour coming up this incline. That's really good. They have upgraded motors from the 2S Pro. Since this is a 2S Max, they added an extra 50 watts to each motor. So it's 550 watts each motor, so that's 1100 watts of power. It's on a Hobbywing ESC. I've always loved Hobbywing ESCs. They're safe, they're reliable, they have a nice power curve. Nothing dramatic where it's gonna throw you off your skateboard when you're accelerating or braking, which I can actually show you the braking right now to show you that's not gonna throw me off the skateboard. It should slow down marginally well, just it's not gonna lock up the tires. All right, we're doing about 20. 1, 2, 3, let's go now. Whoa, whoa. It almost locked them up, and I stopped right slightly after that rock right there. If you can see it, it's kind of right there somewhere. Not too bad. It was actually starting to slide a little bit. It's pretty good. We could try it again real quick up here. I gotta go off something. All right, let's go off this yellow thing. So 25 miles an hour, stop. Whoa, oh God, oh God. Holy crap. Okay, I actually almost flew off the skateboard. It actually stopped better than I thought it was. I just was reviewing the AT2 Plus, and maybe it's just these wheels, but holy crap, this thing slams on the brakes. Better than I was saying right before I tried the test. It's actually really good. The board feels nice and smooth. We're just going downhill. We're holding about 24, 25. I feel like that's the sweet spot on this skateboard. Your guys' mileage might vary depending on your weight and the bushings that you put in here. I feel like for my type of riding, I would put heavier bushings just because I feel like they're just still too loose. I feel like that would be my one complaint right now with the skateboard. And it doesn't help that it's very, very windy out here today. I don't know why. It's hot as heck. I would always slow down for this type of stuff. Oh my God. It's so rough. And it's loud. Definitely rough. We definitely got to get those honeycomb wheels on this thing for my type of riding anyway. If you're on the smoothest pavement, you shouldn't have a problem with these, but it's always nicer to have bigger wheels. But the only bad thing is having the bigger wheels on this skateboard is actually going to decrease your miles. Let's pull over here real quick and let's get a better look at this skateboard and kind of go over it, and I'll tell you my thoughts. All right, I pulled off to the side under this lovely, I don't know what you would call it, but it's nice because there's shade and it is over 100 degrees right now. And we can take a better look at this skateboard and we can see it has a nice clean design. We already kind of looked at the top and talked about it. It has like a grayish blue, like it's like a light blue, but it's more of a gray outline around it. It has Passion on the Go written over here. And then you got the WOWGO symbol. And obviously you have the forward arrow that lets you know which way it is. Because if you really do look at this board and you don't see it from the side to see where the hub motors are at in the rear, it makes it easier just to get on the board and know exactly what direction it's pointed already, especially for beginners. And if we come down here, you're gonna see that on this one, they added some foam to the grip tape, which is lovely. I feel like every skateboard out there, if you wanted to absorb some of the vibration on your feet, because hub motors, you're gonna get a lot more vibration on your the heel of your foot back here. The front, not too much, but obviously the bigger the wheels you go, the more comfortable it gets. With 90 millimeters, that's kind of the industry standard coming in here, but it's very good for people trying to learn. But yes, having this is great. And let me show you the flex of the deck because it's kind of flexible. Standing where your feet normally would go on the skateboard, you can kind of see the flex. I'm 160 to 165 pounds, so you guys can get an idea. If you're a lot heavier, it is going to flex a little bit more, and if you're lighter, it's going to feel a lot more stiff. But that's standing on the board, and that's kind of me. I'm trying to jump on it for you guys. If you do stand more in the middle, should flex a little bit more. It could break in a little bit too. The skateboard does have bamboo, Canadian maple, and fiberglass, and it's comfortable for the most part. Not as comfortable as some other flexible boards I have been on, but definitely a good option. Coming underneath the board, you're gonna see that it's all black, and I was wondering what this color scheme was called, and it's literally just called black. That's exactly what it's called on their website, just black. I did like the Trident design, but they are sold out of that one. You can still order it when it does come back into stock, but I did like the Trident design that had a cool logo on it and everything like that. You're gonna see that it has single kingpin trucks. They're not double kingpins, which is perfectly fine for this board. You're gonna have your ESC in this box, and then you're gonna have your battery pack in this box right here. And we already talked about them giving you extra screws. These are where the extra screws go to. It's gonna be on this and on this side, just in case you lose them, which is very nice because you never know after a couple months of riding it how many miles you put on. You could technically lose them even though they are blue thread locked on here. If you do come down here, you're gonna see that they put some foam for water sealant, so nothing gets in this box. You do not want none of your electronics getting water in there. So it's a very nice touch. It's probably water resistant, but I would never say to ride directly in water and big puddles. I would not do it. You don't know what can happen to it. Something can happen to get in there at one point in time, and one of your screws could probably be loose, and then water can seep underneath, and then you're out an ESC or a battery. And getting a replacement one is easy. They do give you a warranty, which is 180 days, and that's 6 months. So it's half a year. It's not actually bad for a warranty on this skateboard. And it's easy to reach out to WOWGO for warranty services or technical issues. You could do it on Facebook, which is very nice because that's what I use for all my stuff to communicate with some of these companies. Or you can send them an email over on their website. You can find that email. All right, so I want to get back on the skateboard. I want to do some 0 to 25 test. I don't want to max it out only because I feel like I need to replace these bushings. They're a little bit too soft for my liking on the road that I'm on. Some of it's kind of cobblestone, loose gravel. So I'm just going to do 0 to 25 and let's see how it does. I'll let you know we're in turbo mode. 1, 2, 3, go. $15, $16, $18, $19, $20. All right, so that was very weird. It actually took longer to get up to speed this time compared to all the other times I've rode it and did some tests on it. So I wonder if it's overheating because right now it's 102 degrees out here. So I don't know, it did sit for a while we were talking about it, but ever since I turned it back on, it seemed like it took forever to get up to speed, and I am on turbo mode. So I'm gonna try to turn it off real quick, and we're gonna do a test again, and then we'll get a flyby also. All right, let's try this one more time, 0 to 25. 1, 2, 3, go. Yeah, that's a little bit better. So we're already at 18, 19 miles an hour, 20, 22, 25. Oh crap, all right. I'm gonna let off. So I do think that the skateboard was overheating, which might make sense because we stopped for so long and it probably got heat soaked. And then once we started riding again, we probably got some airflow to those components in there. It seems okay now, so let's get some flyby footage going back and forth. So I'm gonna keep the microphone on this camera when I set it down so you can hear the actual audio of the skateboard when I fly by instead of keeping it on me. All right, one more time real quick. Let's do a 0 to 25. 1, 2, 3, let's go. Woo! Oh, that's so much better. 20, we're already hitting 20. 25, that was 25. That was actually insanely quick. And the reason why this skateboard is that fast is because they're rocking 12S 2P on the battery, which gives you more acceleration and more power out of the hole. The first test we did, I think it was just because the board was very hot, but that test that we did just now, this thing's a rocket. Overall, hell yes to buying this skateboard at under 500 bucks. Right now it's $479.99. If you use my discount code, you can get a discount on it. It's gonna be XXX Rider. You can put it in the checkout once you add the skateboard of your choice. It works for anything. You can get the AT2, you can get the AT2 Plus that's just coming out not too long after this video. You can get the 3X if you want, which is a nice skateboard also. But if you guys are brand new into skateboards, this is hands down a very, very good option. This is actually probably their best selling skateboard. The only thing I would suggest is if you want to go fast and you're speed demon like me, change out the bushings. 100%, you have to change out the bushings. And then I would probably go with taller wheels depending on your terrain. If you're fine with the small wheels, then great. It just depends on where you live at. I don't know where you live at, so that's gonna be on you to decide, but I like having bigger wheels, just more protection on cracks and stuff like that. Unfortunately, guys, I'm not gonna be doing a range test on this video or anything like that, but I will say that after turning off the board off and on, I've been checking my miles, and we did about 5 miles, and I'm only down 1 battery bar, so that's pretty good. Oh, let's get it, let's get it. We're doing about 22. That's what my display is showing. And we're gonna be coming up to a hill right here, so let's see how it does. Turbo mode, full speed. Man, faster than I'd want it to go. 24 miles per hour. We started slowing down a little bit. I kind of let off. It's a fantastic skateboard, guys. I mean, what can I say? The WOWGO reached out to me, and the 2S Pro was the very first skateboard I ever rode, and I fell in love with it. That was the first skateboard I ever been on that was electric. I always wanted a boosted board way back in the day, and I definitely feel like they improved on this skateboard. The only thing is the battery pack is slightly smaller than the last one, but they say they're using better cells in this one, so you should get more range out of it. But I will say that if you guys do have the WOWGO 2S, this is not an upgrade from it. Like, if you already own it, it's not worth spending another $500 is what I'm saying to go with the Max. But if you don't have any of these skateboards and you want something under $500, can't go wrong with this. Now, you can tell it does feel a little cheap compared to the $1,500 boards I've rode on, but that's just a given. You're paying 3 times less for this skateboard than all the other ones, so can't complain. And if you guys want to know my opinion on if the honeycomb wheels are worth the upgrade, which it goes to $599 if you get those wheels, I don't know yet. I haven't rode with them. I will say that I know the difference between 90mm and 105, and I would probably say for me personally, it's worth it. But if your budget's under $500, you can't go wrong with these wheels. But stay tuned, subscribe to the channel, because I'm definitely gonna put the honeycomb wheels on this skateboard, and I wanna do another test. Not like a full-on review, but something where I can see the difference from these wheels to the other ones and give you guys a better understanding on if the price difference is worth it. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Appreciate it. Subscribe to the channel. Make sure to use the discount code. We'll put it down in the description, and I'll also put it on the screen right here so you can see it. And my bad for looking away from the camera, but I'm definitely trying to make sure I don't hit anything because there's squirrels running around everywhere here. But hope you guys appreciated this video, and be safe out there, guys. Real quick, while I'm in the shade, if you guys can see that, we were down 2 battery bars, and I went 3.9 miles on this last ride. So we got 3 battery bars left over here, and the remote went down 1 bar. And I've been in turbo mode the whole entire time, so that puts me at roughly 8.5 to 9 miles, and we went down 2 battery bars. So that's not too bad. The range does seem legit.